All right, my friends, 10th of August 2022, you're about to see the raw clips of the MMA technique class here at Bangtao Muay Thai MMA gym. Raw clips all mashed together. So Frank and George Hickman walking around the class, correcting technique and that kind of stuff. Going to give you the raw clips, highlights of the MMA technique class here. So if you guys are looking at coming out to this gym, you'll have a pretty good idea of what to expect in the MMA technique class. It is Wednesday. Enjoy.
Hey.
One guy's gonna throw a jab. As he throws the jab, I'm gonna step in and jab at the same time. The next time he throws his right hand, I'm gonna slip out, throw my right hand at the same time. When you do that, get that out again and in with a 1-2. Okay, so just real simple. Frank throws a jab, we're at distance. As he jabs, I slip, jab back. You can have a cross if you want. The second time he throws the right hand, I slip, pivot out, and follow up one more time. Okay, so very simple. One person jabs, I see the jab coming at me, I slip and jab at the same time. Second time the right hand comes, or the left hand if you're southpaw, I slip out, throw the right hand, pivot around, and in one more time. Okay, so very simple. All right, make sure that you're at this distance, guys. There's space in between us, so that means Frank has to bridge to get close to me for the jab. Okay? Everybody understand? Any questions? Everybody got it? 1, 2, 3.
They been on their ass, bitch, I'm on the rail. I wrap it, I bag it, I pack it for sale. Got feeling on speed out, I hit me.
Same thing, I can parry as we did on Monday. I parry the punch. When I parry, guys, when he jabs, my hand doesn't reach out, doesn't come down like this, okay? My arm, my backhand should always be right here protecting my face, okay? My lead hand is long guard, short guard, it changes, okay? But my right hand or my left hand, if I'm southpaw, is always ready to protect my face. I can parry if I need to, shoot my backhand out, but as the jab comes, my hand opens and I misdirect it, okay? If it's coming fast, and you hit it just a little bit, it doesn't take much to misdirect it. So off the parry, okay, he jabs, I parry, return back right away, right? If it's my right hand, I parry, shoot it straight out, okay? You can add a hook to it, I can parry a low kick, okay? He jabs, I can parry and kick over the top. So be creative. Don't do the same thing every single time. Sometimes he may jab, and I just parry and move back. Maybe the next time he jabs, I parry and shoot the 1-2. Okay? When he throws his backhand, I'm using my lead hand. Okay? Again, same thing. You can do anything that you want off of it. So one time the jab, one time the cross, and then the third time he comes with both, and I return back. Okay? But if I'm standing, when we're standing this far away, that's fine, I can see it coming. If we're standing this close, I'm not gonna have time to see much coming. Okay, I'm just gonna have to block. So if you're standing this close, you're too close. All right? Distance, control the distance in the space. All right, it's the most important thing in MMA. 1, 2, 3.
Said you got your own style, that's just like for you ain't got it though. Talking like you got it, that's a problem, I might let them know. Squeeze you like I'm Elsa, I might let it go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Head to toe. Said you got your own style, that's just like for you ain't got it though. Talking like you got it, that's a problem, I might let them know. Squeeze you like I'm Elsa, I might let it go.
I've gotten away, but now he attacks again, and I just stay here. Well, that's not smart. Okay, if he's attacking me, I see him coming, right? So I'm using my feet to get away, okay? If my feet don't get me away, then I'm using my hands to block and defend, okay? So one person go about a minute and a half in your head, okay? And then you change.
They tryna at me, I'm running the race. I gotta pick up the pace. They throwing shade, but I'm gone. You gotta keep it a buck to my face. Taking that gang out of space. Best if you stay in your place. They hating on all of my songs. I don't know what can I say.
Control the distance, guys. Control the distance.
God is the shoot, I'm the lace. Running around, got me stoned, man. Feels like I'm stuck.
person, same thing, one person's gonna attack, okay? If you've been around us for a while, we always, Frank and I say the same thing, okay? If someone's attacking us, and the first thing you're gonna do is move your feet, okay? As I move my feet, if he's still attacking me, right, then sometimes you have to be able to intercept the attack, which doesn't mean that I'm necessarily hitting him, okay? But if I've shuffled back in a straight line and Frank's attacking me, right, I can only go back so far until I'm at the cage. So I have to create angles. So maybe I shuffle back and then I cut off to the side, right? Or maybe I just shuffle back, but as I shuffle back, he's still coming forward, and I'm gonna intercept his attack with either a clinch or a takedown. Okay, so if we're both southpaw, right, and he attacks, my first step is gonna be a big shuffle, because that's gonna get me the biggest amount of space, not short choppy steps. Okay, so as Frank comes, I shuffle, I can lead elbow back into the clinch. Okay, and guys, once you get to the clinch, it's preference. For me, unless I'm going to take the guy down, I wouldn't want to be here, right? I would want to be maybe one bicep in the lat, or both arms in the lat, or both biceps, or I can grab his head. Okay, if you're going to get to this, that's fine, but be ready to take the guy down, because I don't have a lot of offense from this position. If I'm in like this and I have one arm and one lat, right, I can create space to elbow, I can knee him, I can move him to get him out of position. And the same thing goes if I have like a clinch.
I like my coffee black, white too. Don't turn this to no controversy, it's my boo. I can make $250,000 off a haiku, and I can make another quarter off it times 2. If it's money on the table, I'll be on it like Bobby or Epic. You peep the aesthetic, it's hard to forget it. I hear you talking, but you're hardly right. I'm the voice of your prototype. Summertime and then what?
To be careful, because if I stay extended and Frank uses my momentum to hip over, right, now I'm in a world of trouble. So if I get extended here, I have to collect my legs and my hips. Or I take him down, I keep the arms locked around his legs, and I give him a lot of shoulder pressure. Once I do that shoulder pressure, my inside leg comes underneath, and I step up and shelf his legs. Okay, once I shelf them, right, I'm keeping my elbow tight and my hand over his thigh. Realistically, once I get here, I have a couple seconds maybe to get some hard shots in before, yes, he starts hip escaping. Okay, so your first option is I take him down, I'm in side control, collect my hips, step up, shelf. Okay, his legs are on both of mine. I can punch, elbow, hammer fist. And I'm gonna be looking to improve, because he's gonna be hip escaping right away to get away. Okay? Option number 2. For me, guys, now he starts to fight, I would try to step into half guard. Okay? So all I do, I can even roll him up a bit like this, right? Step over, hook, and now my head is gonna go back to the same side, and either my hand grabs this fat under his love handle here, and I'm gonna give shoulder pressure, or I can punch, or I'm gonna control his hip with my elbow. And Frank's moving and squirming around, right? But my head stays in his sternum, okay, and lower. So if I'm here, I got half guard, I'm controlling, my head stays here. Not up there, not over there, not here. It stays here, and I can punch. Collect his arm, put my knee over it, punch. Okay, or you can go to like a modified half guard here, where I hook. I prefer this. Okay, I hook behind his knee and his calf. My opposite knee is behind his ass. Again, I either grab or I control with my elbow, or I can punch. If Frank starts to move, I just stay here nice and tight. If he starts to move away, I just slide into him. If he builds his base, there's my arm. Right? For me, That's the position I prefer, okay? I call it like a trap house. It's just a modified half guard. Remember when I said you went here, you took a small step. Come on this side. And now you took that small step, right?
Yeah.
And you went here. But now look how much space between his hip here and how far my hand's reaching.
Yeah.
Versus now the same thing. He comes, I shuffle, lower, step, then step. Okay? That little step will help you. And it's the same thing if I go offensively. If I go 1, 1, 2, and I just do this versus 1, 1, 2, I lower, right? It's gonna make a big difference. Having that head all the way on that side means that this leg has to step closer in line with that.
Like you want to come.
Better, better. And your right hand, you're coming around the back. Okay, come and do it to me. Now, this is easier for the person to overhook,
Too high,
right?
isn't it?
Yeah. So stay off the hip in the back. I would say here, boom, or you can lock if you're low enough, like that, right? Either both hands right under his ass cheeks or the body line. Better. Now, right? That's fine, yes. Now step up under, step your left leg under. Lift his legs up, both legs. Lift them up, step your left leg underneath. 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 Lift your leg up. Yeah, there you go. Tight, nice and tight. And sometimes you're punching, sometimes you relax and let the pressure down a little bit. Then he builds his base and get to the arm. Yep. There you go. Good. Keep your head on that side, good. And one more thing, when he bases up like that, don't just reach for it and pull it back. Push him over. Yeah, as you reach, push him over it too. Leg up under there. Step that baby up more. Yeah. Now, punch him a couple times. Yeah, you took too long to get up like that's what I wanted you to do initially. Okay? But that's fine. And then you go to half or whatever you want. Boom. Good. Good. Head on the other side, head on the other side. And now keep that nice and tight. Good. And if you got his chin like that, yeah, elbow, boom, back to control like that. Yeah, as long as you're controlling his chin. Yeah. Boom, I'm punching, right? There's his base. I want to keep it on this side, underneath, right? So when he posts up, right? If it's like that, a lot of times they'll start here, right? If it's like that, reach for it, but don't just pull it back. Reach and go over the top as I pull. Okay? If you base it all the way up like you did, right? I hit it, and now I grab it. Okay? Bangtao on 3, Bangtao on 3. 1, 2, 3, Bangtao!